Jah! Rastafai. Oh, excellent is thy name. Thou hast set thy glory above the heavens.
Rastafari. Yes, I give thanks and praise. Greetings in into the King of Kings, Kedamawe Haile Selassie. Nugusinagest Kedamawe Haile Selassie. And his Christ, Yahushua HaMoshiach, or Adonenu, Yahushua Meshachenu. Amen. Peace and love to everybody, Give thanks and praise for tuning in to the Word Sound Power thing, because I is going to word sound and power some things, inspired by the Most High Yah, who is all inspiration and true inspiration. We cite that and we're giving thanks for the revelation of the King of Kings and his Christ, Kedamawe Haile Selassie. Seen? Christ and his kingdom character, the conquering line of the tribe of Judah. But aside from that, that great important fact. I was reading through the Ible today, studying. I'm on this journey to finish the whole Ible. Like, don't halfway read it, don't softly read it, don't read it here and there. Study it and read it all the way through. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to read it from beginning, from Genesis to Revelation, and right now I've reached so far as the Wengel of Luke, or the Gospel of Luke. And I'm just reading it as a narrative, and I also study it, and I also do Torah studies every weekend, or sabbatical studies every weekend, which include Torah, the writings such as prophetic or historical writings or poetical writings, and the New Covenant. So we read those portions every weekend. Also, so just methods of how we study the Bible, and we're giving thanks to the Line of Judah Society again for teaching I such method, such zadeh, but method, so we're giving thanks straight. But I was stumbling through the Bible today. A lot of people probably not reading the Bible. Even people within Rastafari mansions is that they might be burning out the King James, or they're burning out, but they're not remembering the words of His Imperial Majesty. So if you need to research that for yourself. I don't know how you call a man a God and king and you're not deal with certain things. So let's just go forward from there. What I wanted to touch on that I found very particularly interesting was in the Gospel of the Wengel of Luke, in the 16th chapter of the 15th verse. And I'm gonna read it first, and I'm gonna read from 14, and just show you, because Yehoshua was speaking, he was teaching, the parable of the unjust steward, and then a Pharisee came and asked a question, and we know about the Pharisaical mind states and how they move. So I'm gonna read from verse 14 of the 16th chapter of Luke in the King James Version of the Bible, or the Ible. Seen? So it says here, verse 14, and I quote, and the Pharisees also, who were covetous, heard all these things, and they derided him. That's Yehoshua, him. And he said to them, Ye are they which justify yourselves before men, but the Most High Yah knows your hearts. For that which is highly esteemed among men is abomination in the sight of the Most High Yah. I'm stopping there. That alone right there is simple. You can hear it for yourself. You can know it for yourself. We all, even I is guilty of this. Might find something that that I might esteem highly. And really and truly, I should only esteem the most highest of highly, only. That's how we should cite it. There should be nothing before him. That's why he says, I'm a jealous Elohim, and you shall put none before me, nor bow down yourselves to it. So we gotta understand, and understand that he's saying, you are they which justify yourselves before men. People that show off, or I want to say show off in a sense, or self-righteous a lot. Them are the holiest of holiest according to themselves, really. So it says, you are the ones which justify yourselves before men, But the Most High Yah knows your hearts. Remember, the Most High Yah, the Most High who created the earth and the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein, he has the hearts of man and women open to him as the book of life is. Him create I and I. Seen? So it's there. But the fact that is what's interesting is the second part of the verse, which he says, which Yehoshua goes on to say, is that for that which is highly esteemed among men is an abomination in the sight of the Most High Yah. Now, there's many things men esteem highly, and if you don't know what the word esteem means, I suggest you look it up in the dictionary. Esteemed, I'm gonna say, I don't know the proper definition for it, but I do know the context and the meaning, as in how we value things, Because I try to value the Most High Yah the highest. Now, what other things do we as men value high? And when you look around today, you see people esteeming cars, rims, systems in cars. Let's just put cars as a whole, just vanities, from even from vanities, sexual tendencies, sexual images. Man, it's all vanities, really. It's like worshiping wood and stone. We really are doing that. Silver and gold in these things, chains, jewelry. The even degrees. People say like, oh yeah, a degree, a college degree. I agree, man, that getting a degree is an accomplishment. But remember, a degree is only a zero. Fullness. But just know that a wise man knows that he knows nothing. Seen? And the thing is that we have to understand that things we esteem highly, like this man has a suit and a Jaguar, is an abomination in the sight of Yah. And why is it an abomination? Because that suit and that Jaguar, that corporate, or that, not only just corporate, this applies in so many areas that I can't even go through all of them in the one video. But the fact that, whatever's esteemed highly of us, the big ass, the big titties, I like those things too, but I'm not putting it above Jah. Women as a whole, I love the black woman, I love the woman of the earth, as a whole, but we don't esteem it higher than the creator who even created the woman. I as Rastafari don't esteem the suit and the tie, the haircuts, the expensive rings, the clothes, the cars, the nice cars. We have to humble ourselves and not let those things be higher than the Most High Yah, Yahuwah El Elyon, the highest of highest power. So we gotta understand, man, that again, I'm gonna read it again. Chapter 16, verse 15 of the book of Luke, or the Wengel of Luke, the Gospel of Luke, says, and he said to them, Yehoshua being he, you are they which justify yourselves before men, but the Most High Yah knows your hearts. Can't hide none from Yah. For that which is highly esteemed among men is an abomination in the sight of the Most High Yah. Because a man got a degree, or he served this amount of much time in the military, or he knows this, and he's a doctor for 20 years, or he's this and that, he still ain't greater than Jah. Just because he got the suit on, or the lab coat with the name tag, or the name on the door, or on the desk, or, in my volley pa money, I'm just gonna shake my head on that, because what we esteem highly within carnal existence, material existence, Jah is an abomination. That's why he says you can't serve two masters. I think that's right before. And he's saying you can't serve God and Mammon in verse 13. He's saying here, no servant can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve the Most High Yah and Mammon. And Mammon is a lot of the time what we as people, especially the black Hebrew Israelite, the people that, you have the Hebrew Israelites that recognize that they are Hebrew Israelites, but then you have us Israelites that deny our heritage as Hebrew Israelites, and especially Ethiopian Hebrew Israelites, seen, or Ethiopian Hebraic Messianic Nazarenes in that sense. But you have people that don't acknowledge that, and they're not really, moving forward, and they're stuck in this wooden stone, in this curse of vanities, cars, rims, suits, ties, superficial titles, ego, edging God out, all these type of things. So, swag, which is really ego. So I mean, what we esteem highly, man, is an abomination in the sight of Yah, because most of the time what we esteem highly is some type of iniquity or abomination. We need to start esteeming highly, righteousness within individuals and within the teachings of the Most High. And we need to at least I know I'm going to try and do that. And I'm saying we need to do it because we really do. I don't esteem gun violence highly. I don't esteem these things, like to kill somebody is cool, or nah, man, I'm not in no death covenant. No death covenant. I'm in the covenant of eternal life and livity. Seen? In and through the redemptive work of Hamashiach. Well, I just saying again, man. The Wengel of Luke, chapter 16, verse 15. And you can start from verse 13. Just read the whole 16th chapter. And just understand that what we esteem highly, all these vanities, is an abomination. And if you need to look up that word too, abomination, look it up. It's an abomination in the sight of the Most High Yah. So be aware of these people with these, I got a doctorate or a PhD in this, or I got this and that, I got the car, or something flashy to glamour your eye, to glam you. Don't get glammed and don't be beguiled, and no, don't let it happen to you. Hamashiach, Yehoshua, as in Adonenu, Yehoshua, Hameshakenu, has already taught us to be aware and know of these traps and jinns that are set for us today in this spiritual warfare of principalities in high places. Seen? So we're giving thanks to Yah for the message. We're giving thanks to Yah for allowing us to study His Word, and we're giving thanks to Yah for the revelations of the King of Kings and His Christ, Kedamawi Haile Selassie, and Yehoshua HaMashiach. Seen? So all who tune in, we're giving thanks to you all too for participating within this reasoning. And if you feel free to comment, just comment and do whatever. Just try and keep it respectful, and we're moving forward on that level. But remember, Luke chapter 16 verse 15, and he said to them, ye are they which justify yourselves before men. Show off. And he continues to say, but the Most High Yah knows your hearts, for that which is highly esteemed among men is an abomination in the sight of Yah. Remember that, my people. Hail the King of Kings. Moa ambesazem negere Yehuda seyume giziabi herra makachi nahadu. And don't forget Kedamawi Haile Selassie and the revelation of the King of Kings and Christ in His kingly character. So we're giving thanks straight, and bless up.
Rastafai. Oh, excellent is thy name, thou hast set thy glory above the heavens. For out of the mouths of babes and